Welcome into All Eyes on Cleveland on the Browns Film Breakdown Network. We are live like we always do about this time. Day 2 of Browns training camp is in the books. Football is in the air. Lots of stuff going on in Berea. Andrew Berry spoke today. I have a question about him I want to pose to everybody tonight. And Shador took ones reps for the first time. Pops was in the building. Monken spoke. There's lots to discuss here. We'll break it all down on tonight's All Eyes on Cleveland, starting right now. Yes, sir. We're back. The Browns are back in Berea doing their thing. Monken's out there running around with the menu in his pants. Tucked in the front, the old ball coach. Yep. And for some reason, Dion showed up today. He must have heard that it was his son's day. Take the ones, the reps with the ones. They're doing a lot of two spotting. Intensity is up, I've heard. We will be there tomorrow. Me and Jacob will be there tomorrow. So, boots on the ground. Let's go. Yeah, so lots to discuss. Extensions coming out, the yin yang, getting it all done. I like Barry's comment today. He goes, with all due respect, we don't do hold-ins here.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What was that? And I mean, I guess he's right. You got the deals done, but I thought that was funny. A different brand of Andrew Berry today. Andrew got his groove back a little, so we'll talk about that. But lots here. Day 2. Before we get into day 2, we are brought to you by FanDuel. Browns are 5.5 still at FanDuel. Over under on the lines. They're juiced to the over. So there you have it. What do you think? Anything? You think there's been any movement on the lines?
No, I wouldn't assume. Nothing as of yet.
There hasn't. There's been none. But yeah, that's where we are. So good to see you all here. Chat in the building. Good to see everybody here. Excited for training camp. Browns football. So the week starts with, the boys showed up, the vets showed up on Tuesday, and Denzel got his deal done, becoming the highest paid, resetting the market, the corner market, for the second time in his career. That's tough to do, period. He does it twice in his career as a Brown. We joked about him. I joked about him not ever seeing the new stadium. Casey, will he see the new stadium?
He's under contract through 29, so theoretically,
theoretically,
yes, he will.
It's really a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I think we all knew that was coming, though, right?
Right.
I think that was the assumption. It would be 3 years, 2 years with money, 1 year without. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll see, right? I don't know. Technically, it's through 29, so we'll see. That would be something to see him play some games in the new stadium.
Yeah. Well, when you posited that question before, I said no.
Yeah.
I said and I expected this to happen. We both said during camp this would happen. Did I think it would happen the day they reported?
The day they started?
That was swift. And we thought the Delta one would go into the season. So to get that done right away as well, the very next day.
He got more too, a little bit more than I thought. It places him pretty well. We went through the APYs of all the safeties in the league. it's pretty fair.
You think it tiered him appropriately?
Yeah, I do. I think it's pretty fair what he got. He got like 16 a year. I had said he would get the same deal he got the first time around, which was 12. So it was pretty close when when it all shakes out. But
You
um,
adjust for inflation and whatnot.
yeah, you guaranteed money, moves into these first few years. So they're both here through 29 now. What can you say? What does it do? What is your first takeaway thoughts when you hear the extension talks?
There's no fire sale. Like
Right.
after you trade Miles Garrett, everything's on the table at that point, right? Like this could have went a different way altogether. Now we pointed at the cornerback room, like surely you can't do that at corner because you have nothing
You have
behind that.
nothing.
So that seemed like you had to do that, at least that one. The safety one's like, well, he's under contract for this year. They might make him play it out or at least get into the season, see how he's doing. But that's all it was. And it shows me that just by their actions, because I don't give a shit about words, it's about actions. And by their actions, they think their timetable is closer than what I would say the national perception is. That this is, what I mean, their timeline is closer to competition than it is a full rebuild.
Phil, I'm gonna get there. You took the words right out of my mouth. I literally just asked Casey a very premise question right up the alley of what you said about Andrew Berry. And I'll lay it out here in a minute. But yeah, I think this tells you their timeline somewhat. Like
Mhm.
if their timeline didn't involve, and Jake has been more optimistic than I've seen him in a long time this week because it's kind of like with the extensions and everything, and it's like, hey, you can see a light at the end of the tunnel, but not only that, but like they could drop a quarterback in and it could be on if you get the quarterback right.
Yeah.
So, and I
Which
think they're going about business that way. Like they expect to be competitive within the next couple of years.
Well, you heard it earlier in the press conference today when he was asked about the youth on the team, and he said that young doesn't always equal bad, and pointed to last year when they were out of the 7 youngest teams, 4 of them were highly competitive: Green Bay, Philly, Baltimore, and Seattle. The difference being all 4 of those teams have their quarterback. But if you'd asked this question a year ago, you don't think Seattle has their quarterback with
No.
Darnold. You'd have been like,
Nope.
that's far fetched. Obviously,
Yeah.
they got a Lombardi out of it. But I think that's what you're speaking to is you're building it around the nucleus, and it comes down to you get the quarterback, this thing can roll. And even without the quarterback, you could be mildly competitive, but for this thing to get to where they need to go, that'll be the ultimate deciding factor.
So I wrote, and it won't come out till tomorrow morning. So I wrote about the Barry thing, and we're going to talk about that. And I wrote a little bit about how this impacts Monken.
Mhm.
It's like for me, this gives him a little bit of a leash, like the extensions do a little bit. Like he should feel better about where he is. Not that he wasn't gonna, but like say you like there was a point there. You said it when Miles was gone. There was a point there where like it could have gone either way. Like it could have tipped either way there for a couple days. Like they could have sold off Ward and Delpit,
Yeah.
and then now where is Todd? One bad year, or they could just hit the reset button again with a
Yeah.
new quarterback, and it's so much easier to do. But when you invest in veterans like this, it's like, okay, we're pushing in the same direction, and I feel like for the head coach, it's like, yeah, uh, let's see some progress this year, and then we'll shift into whatever competitive mode. Obviously, I hope they're competitive this year. I'm just
Yeah.
saying
Of course.
progress, development, all those things. I think but it should make him feel like his leash is longer. Like it's harder for me to see them just hitting reset on Monken after 1 year,
Yeah.
because the veterans are involved.
Just from a morale standpoint for the head coach and the coaching staff in general to know that the front office isn't punting on the season.
Correct.
I think
It's
that's like
a vote of
because it
confidence.
would have felt that way had you dealt Ward or
Ah,
after the Miles thing, it would have felt that had been everybody's perception, not just on the outside, but like, well,
everybody.
it's on to 27. Which if
Yeah.
you're a first year head coach, it's
And
a
at
bleak
age
proposition.
60, that's tough.
Yeah, very
that's
tough. So to know that the front office isn't viewing it that way, and you're bringing veterans in right now, you know what I mean, to try to kick the tires on rotational edge pieces and stuff. That'd have been
Yeah.
something I wouldn't have on my bingo card a week ago. That they'd have been looking at a
So
13-year NFL vet to do that.
So we mentioned it. It got leaked earlier this week that like they might be kicking the tires on some veterans, and then it was all of a sudden Clowney's going to be in the building. Okay, Clowney, I would have never guessed.
No,
because of the way he left. I mean, we're talking about we are talking. He's like the mercenary of all mercenaries, so I
Yeah.
get that. So, but and Miles is gone, and Stefanski's gone, and I think that's where was it Schwartz? I think Schwartzy, or was that who did he have an issue with here? Was it Schwartzy? It was Schwartzy, wasn't it? Or was he 22?
He was 22, 21 and 22.
So that would have been
Joe Woods.
Schwartz. Joe Woods?
23 Schwartz. 23. Yeah.
So either way, he left, kicking dirt on the Browns. The Browns were kicking dirt on him.
Yeah. Kind of calling Miles out for taking easier assignments, and it was
but I mean, the same thing's gonna happen with Jared Verse.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying he's in the right in any way, but I'm just saying there was mud being slung on his way out the door, and then they told him to stay home. Like, okay, well,
I liked that. I'm glad they told him to stay home because he wouldn't go in the game at times and stuff.
Yeah, because they wanted him to take on assignments he didn't want to, and
that's crazy. Why would you ever entertain bringing that guy back?
Yeah, I don't know. A good working relationship, and Monken likes him. Monken was a travel buddy of Clowney when he was in Baltimore.
I know. That's crazy, dude. That's so crazy.
I don't see it as
a fit. I guess.
I technically don't. But it is what it is, man. Like, we know they need more depth at edge. I just can't believe that's where they're looking for it. That's where it surprised me. But
yeah. I mean, the whole Epinesa thing is just one thing that I'll never get my mind around. How he fails the physical and then signs in Philadelphia later, right? Anyways, so great news about. I mean, anybody with a Ward jersey, a Delpa jersey, you won the battle of all the players. If Jake said the other night, if you would have guessed whose jersey would still be live the longest after 2020, Baker, Chubb, Miles, or Denzel probably would have been last place.
Yeah, more than likely, all the concussions kind of at that time too would have been like, man, this isn't going to be forever. You own a War jersey? Am I mistaken?
I own one. Yeah.
Yeah. Congrats to you.
I do.
Also, this is a signal too, because he also named some players that have made it to 3 contracts since he's been there, with Antonio and Ward, Miles. But Delpa's the first one he drafted. Delpa's the first 3 contract guy that is drafted by Andrew Berry.
Really awesome moment when he comes out on the field to tell Delpit the deal's done, and he goes straight to suit up, and then he comes out and all the safeties are celebrating with him. That was awesome.
Yeah,
great moment. But very cool stuff. He was in full hold in, towel over the head mode. Ready for that. So yeah,
he didn't get the memo. We don't do those.
It's a Brad thing, no award thing. So of course I have a Ward jersey. Yeah, I mean, we share last names. We might even be relatives. I don't know.
I put money on it.
I'm not rolling it out.
From the same region,
Yeah.
What are the odds?
Charlie Ward, Denzel Ward. Trying to think of any other good ones out there. I think that's about it. Cam.
Yeah, Spitting Image. You guys.
Mm-hmm. We're all related. Yeah, they are top tier. That is Montgomery. Good call, Jeff. Montgomery Ward. Yeah, probably best chance of being related to him. All right. Great stuff there. Good feels all around with all that. Now the defense has been playing good through the first 2 days of camp. By all accounts, day one, the Watson experience was in full effect. No?
It sounded like it was everything we remembered it to be.
Dog shit, right? I mean,
top tier dog shit too. Like it's
yeah.
Doesn't come off your shoe.
The ones
it does not come off your shoe once you step in that.
No, you got to throw those babies out with trash. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's just I heard from multiple people. It was bad. But Monken, of course, defended him, called the interception an elite throw. I don't know about, but I guess
he said it was a good read. He said that's the throw he would have attempted to, but he didn't talk. No, that's the other thing though that I need people to ask questions. Okay, you're on defend the interceptions. He was missing all over the field from everything I read.
Yeah, that's why
all over the field, layups, mid-level stuff, late. Even the second interception, he's late. You know what I mean? It's like it's a timing thing.
Damari Mathis there for the interception. Yep. Good for him.
He was also singled out, by the way, his name particularly by AB when they were asking about cornerbacks today.
Okay.
He's like, obviously we have Tyson and Denzel. Yeah. He made it feel like the way he said it that Damari Mathis is probably first guy off the bench.
Yeah. I can dig it. I mean, we know he likes the high pedigree guys. He was a fourth round pick that has some playtime experience in Denver, who is loaded at the position. So,
those are the teams you need to pilfer.
Yeah. So, let's hope he continues to play well, because that would be a great find. In the secondary, they need some depth for sure. All right. So Watson, let's move on from what that we can do the Watson song and dance all day long. Yeah. Am I missing anything in the chat? I'm sorry. I'm trying to cover stuff.
Yeah. Bradley is hurting my feelings. Could you imagine if they acquired Malik Willis? Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, I could.
I could imagine it.
I could. I'd be really fucking pumped right now. I'm already pumped, but I'd be through the roof.
Yeah.
Anyways, I guess say that. So the the Watson stuff, I'm assuming he's back with the ones tomorrow. We'll see. They're two spotting. They're then coming together. He got the ones day one. Shore gets to Tuesday. His dad is there. Dion's there, causing all kinds of hoopla.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Was that odd? It's a closed practice, but Todd and him are boys. So, he has him in, and he gets, to stand on the field and watch practice.
On one hand, I get it. Your dad's a famous Hall of Fame player / coach. But I like the stance they took last year that he's like, Dion's like, I'm not going to be around until Shador's the guy. That's not happened yet.
Yeah, you should just stay away in general.
Yeah, there's a comfortability level if we're talking about he's in year 3 and he's a 2-year starter. And
sure.
But you're not the guy yet. So I would prefer if Dion Primetime Sanders would not be part of the equation as of
Yeah.
yet. But it's a feel good moment. Your son's on the field. Like if it was my son, who knows what I'm talking about, but
Yeah, I mean, I
just
would be there. I
we
mean, yeah,
don't need that
but we're
extra
not
attention
famous.
right now, is what I would say.
Yeah, it's a little early in the
Yeah,
game for that.
I
But
agree. But
okay.
dude, his son's on the field. Like good for I mean, I'm sure
He's
that's
probably gotta go coach after this.
yeah,
I don't know.
I would assume that that's coming around the corner. This is
I
his only
mean,
a chance they had to attend or whatever, but
yeah, I don't know. So, anyways, but the word on Shador, what have you heard? What murmurs have you heard on Shador's performance today, his first day with the ones?
kind of clunky, not not smooth,
Same.
you know.
Made a
But that's
couple
his
throws. I mean, by most of what I've heard, he wasn't very good either. I don't think it was like the travesty that was day one from Watson, which to me is just par for the course at this point. But
yeah,
I do think that and I'm not going to make a big deal out of it either because the defense should be light years ahead at this point.
yeah, and
And
they
they
are.
always are.
Yeah,
They always
they
are.
are.
And they are. And the difference between like from what I'm hearing is the difference between what the quarterbacks look like on field when they are two spotting. When the quarterbacks are going against the twos, they look much better than when they're going against the defensive ones. Defensive ones, this defense could be really good. I mean, they could be really good.
Yeah.
Which brings us to another topic, and that's Delpit. Got his extension, spoke today, and some words that we really wanted to hear. He talked about Rutenberg, said the word exotic, disguises, all the stuff that we've been talking about that could come with Rutenberg. It appears like it will be coming, something that is much needed on the back end of this defense, especially if you're not going to have Myles Garrett changing how everybody plays you.
Mhm.
Um, I think it's a must-have, right? So
Yeah. We waited for the curveball for years, the changeup, and look, man, this all has to come to fruition. They have to get the communication down. We have to see that go through. This isn't just a Jim Schwartz thing. We've suffered with communication errors for the last 15 years on the back end of the defense. So
yeah,
we need to see that come together. But like just to know that is going to be a focal point of this defense because they're supremely talented. Now they don't have the math changer up front that they did in Garrett, but this is a team that's still going to be aggressive, still get after the quarterback. They're going to get interior pressure too, which is quicker. It just, obviously Miles is Miles. I'm not trying to take away from anything that he is or anything that he did. I think that this could be a just as dangerous of a defense, just a slightly different capacity.
yeah. I mean, I hope, man, be a lot of fun. Yeah. So, it's all pretty good feels around the team. I'll get to let's go to Barry real quick.
Mhm.
AB spoke today after the extensions. Maybe it was scheduled before. I don't know. I thought it had to do with the extensions, but I get apparently Haslam speaking tomorrow,
Yeah.
which I have no desire to hear anything about from
Oh,
him. But either way, AB
things
came
are
out
going
and
so well too. Like, just don't do it.
yeah, just stay
Just
away,
don't
man.
do it.
Just the why. I mean,
Just be the
anyways,
pockets.
yes, just be the pockets. And but Andrew comes out today and he's throwing zingers and listen, I thought it was as comfortable, Phil, to your point earlier, as I've ever seen Andrew Berry. Now,
Mhm.
but how long has he been in this job now?
We're year 7.
7 years.
Yeah, we're year 7. Yeah.
7 years he's been the GM of the Browns. I've never seen him that comfortable um, in his own skin. And we're talking about a high level communicator. I mean, he's always very polished in his press conferences and put together, and it's not like he's ever, been bad. But I mean, what's up, Aaron? He was different today. He was relaxed. He was loose. and relaxed. And this brings me to my point, your point, Phil, and what I thought. Yes, man, he is settled. He appears very settled in.
Drop the
Has
hammer,
he
Brad. Say it.
has he done the impossible, folks? Has he done the impossible? He made the worst trade in NFL history. Has he navigated his way through it back to, dare I say, secure ground, a high approval rating in his job? Because it feels like he has.
He sure as hell is operating like it. He's operating like a man of job security that knows what he's doing, that is kind of weather the storm. The only thing I could think of is if it's this time next year and Watson's already gone and you've drafted your franchise quarterback, I can't imagine what that press conference will be like.
He's right, though. That is so Browns. That is so Browns.
Yeah. Look, man, and like we'll never know if he's the one responsible for the Watson thing. Obviously, we've heard all the stories, all the rumors, whatever. But
You'll never convince me that it was Stefanski driving that bus.
No, but it wasn't. But Haslam, like there's a lot of murky muddiness, whatever. No matter what happened, it goes on AB's ledger because he's the general manager. He's the one that has to deal with that permanent mark. Huh?
I think he drove it too.
Okay, well, it doesn't matter, but historically, it'll be.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? It matters.
No, it doesn't matter as far as we'll never know until the 30 for 30 comes out years down the line.
Sure.
But it's on his mark no matter what. That's on his ledger. That's red pen, negative F- on his ledger.
Worst trade ever in NFL history.
Worst trade, worst contract. That's a double. That's a twofer.
But you can't put the contract. It goes on his ledger, but you shouldn't put the contract on him because what my understanding of what happened was it was Barry that got them there. Mm-hmm. They were in it.
Jimmy got his feelings hurt. Big air.
Jimmy got his feelings hurt at the same time. Baker's at home asking a trade request. So it's all in with the 300 and whatever million.
Yeah. But that's the thing, though, is it's going to go on his ledger. So you've navigated that, though. You've weathered that storm. That doesn't happen in professional sports.
I know.
That doesn't happen without crazy winning, by the way. Crazy winning, you'd be like, I'd overlook it. If you just look at what like the 49ers gave up to get
playoffs the year after, 2 years after.
Yeah. But that's crazy winning. I'm talking Bryce Lance gets most people fired by making that trade to trade up and get Bryce Lance. But because they hit Brock Purdy, that's all water under the bridge. No one's talking about that. And the 49ers have sustained winning through the time period. We've done the opposite. We've had one winning season. Sorry, Bryce Lance. I got the receiver, his brother mixed up. Yes. Okay. The Trey Lance trade, most GMs don't survive that. No. You know what I mean? Trading up, giving up what you gave up to go get him. But because you get Brock Purdy, that's all water under the bridge, and you've won. None of that's happened.
None of that's happened. So he did this financially because he was financially smart and out ahead of the contract stuff. And then, as me and Jake did an episode on, he started when they were in a hole draft-wise. He just started turning one draft pick into two everywhere he could so that they could supplement draft picks every year, right? And while they weren't high ones, some of them have worked out and are part of this team right now. Alex Wright, Isaiah McGuire, so he's managed that, and then he hit on last year's draft. In the middle of that, though, he hit on it appears that he crushed the trade at the top of last year's draft, then hit on last year's draft in general. Then it appears looked like did pretty well for himself in the Greg Newsome trade for Tyson Campbell. Then trade again this year. Then crushes what appears like they haven't played any games yet, but early reports crushes this draft, and he comes out after extending the first guy that he's ever given a third contract to. Great point. Today, and he's, throwing zingers around, using landman quotes to, about Todd Monken.
Yeah.
Very settled into his comfortable in his skin, the most I've ever seen it. I think he's done it. I think he has maneuvered his way through the worst trade in NFL history.
Pro sports.
Stefanski,
I would extend that to professional sports. But yes.
Stefanski is gone. He's got another coach in the building that's got some balls. So, he doesn't have to walk around all the time now trying to fucking tell him to sack up,
Sack up Stefanski.
I mean, it's Stefanski lost more power. He gave away more power with every year that he was the head coach. You guys choose who the quarterback will be. I don't have to call plays. I mean, what the hell?
The only way I can equate it is basically Andrew Berry was able to tread water wearing lead boots and get to the shore.
It's pretty remarkable.
It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
But it struck me today, watching him,
we're in year 7, right? But yet a lot of things get lost in the shuffles. He was the youngest NFL GM when he was hired.
Yeah,
the youngest.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been awful. There's no question. I mean, it's just a wild thing that I guess I didn't really think about it until I saw him today.
Yeah.
Big picture.
That's an excellent point, man. To get to where he's at now from where, just it couldn't have went worse with the trade. It just couldn't have.
No.
On any front.
All-time epic fail, all-time bad. I mean, the fact that he's even how is he wait, that dude is in a QB competition in 2026 right now with your 5th round draft pick from last year, and he is looking like he's the man. How is that possible?
That part, I don't know. It's so inexplicable that you pull that trigger and it goes that badly 99 times out of 100.
He's still not gone.
Does it?
It's not even like he's gone and he's clear of it.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine what it's like competition right now.
This time next year when Watson's gone and more than likely they've pulled the trigger on a first round quarterback, Andrew Berry might moonwalk into that press conference.
Seriously.
He might just moonwalk in.
What did they say today? They were like, when's the last time somebody had more sacks? He was like Danielle Hunter.
Right away.
Boom.
Yeah. He shut Grossi down a couple times today.
Oh, loved it.
A couple times.
I like it when he's got some swag. I like that. I like it. I've never, I think Andrew's an incredibly intelligent man. So I'm rooting for him. But it's crazy stuff, man, to think that he has pulled this off. And if he can somehow find his way out, all the way out, and get them back to another window of winning.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it only took him 6 years to figure out how to draft. Now he's got that down.
Yeah. 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 And it's been different facets at different times. There was a point where it's like everything was going wrong, except he was able to execute trades and get value on stuff.
What's funny? He's like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, that's what I mean. He's like, you asked for an example. I gave you one.
Yeah. They tried to go deeper. He's like, no.
What do you mean? Danielle Hunter. Yeah, loved it. He has a phoenix rising, and Chad is right. It just hit me today when I was like, there's just something different about him. Even there's a picture when you look at the opening drive tomorrow. There's a picture of him from the press conference today, and there's a gleam in his eye in the picture that I used for the photo. And I was
see the picture I sent you today of Andrew Berry?
Yeah. No, not Andrew Berry, of Monken.
No,
Landman?
Superman. Yeah, is Andrew Barry in his
Oh,
Superman
it is Superman.
costume?
Yeah,
Right after the
Yeah.
press conference, I sent that to you.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was actually real orange lights coming out of his eyes today.
Laser eyes.
Laser eyes.
I'm still going to give
but
him shit when he goes after a questionable character guy, but other than
Yeah.
that, man, no notes.
it's just wild. It's just wild to
Yeah, I wouldn't have
conceive
had
that
money on that 3
we
years
would
ago.
end up here
Yeah.
after just like you couldn't even turn on the radio 2 years ago, and
Yeah.
people were just, he's the worst GM, and blah, 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 you can't draft, you can't just tearing him down. His
feels like
approval rating has gone through the roof. That
Yeah.
nobody will say a bad word about him now.
it feels like there's some Teflon associated with Andrew Barry now.
It's just crazy. Like, but how do things like how do you navigate all of that and end up here? And I feel like he has I feel like he could sit down with the Haslams and tell him what he really needs, and they'll do it. Like, they believe in him, I think, more than anybody. Obviously, he survived the Stefanski thing, and I think along with that is now like the Haslam's guy moving forward. It feels like he knows that, right?
To get to this point without a mountain of wins is inexplicable.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. There's some belief there for sure. Priya Rose says, I've heard Verse has a decent relationship with Clowney. Could be a factor. Yeah, he said something to the fact of that would be fun or something. So he might be a fan of Clowney's. He's probably young enough to remember.
It's called what it is, man. Clowney's good against the run.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 8.5 sacks last year in Dallas.
Yeah. I still don't think he's your starter opposite of Verse, but
probably not. For me, he's almost too much. I don't think they need that much. It's fine if they want to do that, but like, do we want to take snaps away from McGuire?
Yeah.
No, not really. For me, it's like, give me Derek Barnett and give me his 250 snaps off the edge.
That make more sense, but look, man, if they want to have a rotation like that and they want to run them in like hockey lines, go for it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, he's a good player.
And for all we know, Rutenberg's went to him and behind the scenes, like, I need another, like.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they were willing to spend up to $5 million on a role playing edge.
Yeah. For me, it says Clowney want to accept that and know that he's third or fourth in a pecking order of a rotation. But, if he's not going to cause issues with that, if he's cool with the scenario, the setup.
It's weird, man. He's older now. Maybe I don't know. He's just a mercenary.
Yeah.
He might want $10 million.
Yeah. Well, he didn't sign yesterday, so
no.
They didn't get to the finish line.
Yeah.
But it's like if they just should, like, once again, man, this is the actions.
It's a good look. I mean, it's a good look for
they're not
players,
punting.
everybody involved. There's an effort to get better right now. So that is all very good and cool. All right. Let me ask you this question. Okay. Anything else you wanted to hit on from today?
No.
I have to answer this question on the radio tonight. So I thought I'd bring it to the show. 5 players that have to be great other than the quarterback for the Browns to be good. Who are the 5 guys that have to be great?
Well,
other than quarterback.
Judkins.
Okay.
I have Quinchon. That needs to be the engine of this offense. That's so it's going to ask a lot of him.
I would say Verse.
Yeah, Verse. And I'm going to shift because I just don't think it's Mason Graham.
Yep.
Mason Graham, Carson Schlesinger, and Denzel Ward.
All defense. We're
To be
going
great?
one.
Yeah, I don't know, man, what you want from me. Yeah, I don't see greatness in there.
I don't. Fano is a good answer. I was gonna say like
I think you asking him to be
offensive
great year
line.
one's too much.
Yeah, offensive
Great.
line needs to be good.
They need to be good as a whole, but I can't task a first year
One
left
of
tackle
them.
with being great.
Fannin, Denzel, Graham, Swesh. It's like I know Swesh is gonna be.
But I know Denzel is too. So if I was going off that, I would have said Tyson. If we could have two great corners, that's
Yeah, it's a great
if I'm
point.
banking on the greatness. But like if we're being real, this defense is
Don't
still
you
the same
think
position
you
they've been
need-
in the last 2 or 3 years. They have to hold opposing offenses to 14 to 18 points. For this team.
Right. So I'm not saying like I would just go who do I need to be great? Let's just do like great better than they've been. Let's like who we need to elevate. Right?
Yeah.
Well, I need Verse to elevate. I need Graham to elevate on defense. If everybody else does their job,
it's hard because then I'm talking about mostly rookies and they haven't been anything. So they have to play better than expectation then, right? So Fano does fall
to elevate.
Huh?
Judkins has to elevate.
Yes. Fano, and I need Denzel Boston. I need
a pass catcher.
I need a downfield threat. I need a legitimate downfield threat. The teams have to account for to really pull apart the defenses to open up things for everyone else.
Alex
and Emmanuel McNeil Warren because I need turnovers.
Well, that's 6 now.
Like I need air.
I mean, we can name guys all night.
I know, but that's the problem is when you start naming rookies who haven't done anything in the league to say that,
Who do you need? Let me read it. I might not have written it down the right way. It was phrased funny. Hold on. 5 players other than quarterback who must be good for Browns to win games this year.
Quinshawn, Fannin.
I know some guys that are going to be good, right? I mean,
if we're banking on the guys who have already established their reps in the league, and that's, we know what Delpit is, we know what Denzel Ward is. I think that there's a whole nother level to Schwesh that we're going to see this year. But Verse has more pressure too because of whose shoes you are filling. Now, that's just going to be the way it is. Like that's I hate that for the young man, but there's added pressure on him to be great right out the gate.
Oh, baby. It's a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
It's a toughie.
Smizzy.
Shmee?
Yeah, the Shmee has to.
Will be great.
Clutch this year.
Yeah. I think it's probably Verse and Graham for me, and I need them to be great, good.
You need Judkins to be great.
I need Judkins to be good, great. I need an offensive lineman. I probably need Bono to be good. Bono, and I need probably Boston.
Yeah. Opens up everything for everyone else.
That elevates everything. And there's so many ways you could. There's probably no wrong answer to that question. But yeah, can go to guard. Yeah, I mean, that would be ideal if Brailsford could figure it out.
That's also like the way Andrew phrased that situation earlier too.
Yeah.
about his really matters once the pads come on, because we know what he can do movement wise and on the second level, and he's a smart kid, can get the communications. But can you handle the task on the line of scrimmage, being a slightly undersized player for your position?
I mean, the first stuff was the stuff I was worried about. So the fact that he's like, oh, he's got it up here, then I mean, shit. Good news. Right?
Yeah, and the fact that he's already being grouped in, just in that conversation, I think is a good place to be trending. But he also said, look, it could take 2 weeks, it could take 2 years. So the pads have to come on, and we have to see what's what.
We've got, if Judkins is great, he'll open up opportunities for all receivers. Boston, it's a good point. Boston, Concepcion versus Swesh and E-Man. Yeah. I feel like Mason Graham has to be great.
Yeah, you were drafted where you were drafted, man. You gotta
is one for me. Without Miles, I need 2 guys to be great up front. I think the most likely contenders are Graham and Verse.
Well, we've seen Malik kind of play to that level, but like you want it to be your young guy, and Malik's coming off an injury. So
5th overall draft pick.
Yeah, no, you need that. He has to realize his potential sooner rather than later.
I mean, he put together a really good first year. He's on his way.
He came on really strong that second half of the year, man. He had some growing pains early on, but that's to be expected. That position has such a terrible learning curve up front. Defensive tackles usually take 2-3 years before they can start to get their footing to be who they're going to be.
They need like sometimes they need like their old man bodies to come in like age 30 before they can even play the position.
Yeah, outside the quarterback, defensive tackles plays the longest in the league.
Yeah, because I feel like they hit their prime when they're like 29, 30 because they get like
old man strength.
They're like men.
Get that dad strength.
You have to be like learn how to play that position for years and be calloused to some of it before you can really figure it out.
But the special ones figure this Sue, Donald, the guys who have been special are, they're usually that guy by year 2.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be great to see it.
He was working really hard in the off season. I mean, there's some videos out there of him looking pretty fast, sleek.
His footwork. His footwork. That's what I would point to. The choppy steps they were showing, like the start stop stuff that you're doing, like. And obviously, like, I'm a huge fan of anyone who grew up wrestling. If you grew up doing amateur wrestling at that position and understand leverage and can be quick and center of gravity and stuff. So I think Mason Graham, he's going to have a big season this year.
I hope so, brother. I hope so. DeJuan Jones, does it look like he may be clicking? Would they keep him at left tackle? Personal opinion, they're just making Fano earn it. That's my personal opinion. Which I think is the right thing to do. But I think he's probably. I don't know.
But here's the way I look at it. DeJuan might even be better than him right now. He's been in the league a couple years, incredible frame. We know he's not going to hold up. So it doesn't matter. Like at some point, so like that it just happens, man. Him being that big. Now he once again got bragged about how he's taking care of his body, but we did this exact same song and dance last year with him. He looked great coming into camp, but there are some physical limitations just due to his size that he's taxing his body. So even if he's better than him right now, I don't think that holds up 1-2 months at best.
I think Spencer starts.
He should, but I do agree with making him earn it, make him sweat it out a little bit and prove himself. And,
and then maybe Jones can survive longer or as the swing tackle. Cause I
think that's a role he's much better suited for.
Yeah. Just a thought.
Until Austin Barber takes it from him.
Could that be what they're doing with Deshaun? I think it would be more likely what they're doing with Shador. is making him take it from Deshaun
Mhm.
than the other way around.
Which is on the table for him. You can't ask for anything more than that. Being a 5th round draft pick going in your second year, they're only really pinning him against Watson, even though they said it's going to be an open competition with all the players. Those two were singled out, so it's on him now to go and take the job.
And it is that, Connie, but he has to clear it.
Yep.
I mean, but like the way if you think about the way the Browns started out with the leaks of Deshaun's out in front, he looks good, this, that, the other thing. He's winning the competition is all we heard from Mary Kay for like the first month, right?
Mhm.
And other people.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. He's a veteran. They're in shorts and t-shirt. That's when he looks his best.
They're installing a new system.
They're installing a new system. So, but I also believe it's also smart because if some of that is getting leaked on purpose, it's kind of smart because then it does give Sanders, if he does
Fuel.
win the job, you can give him a little bit longer leash. He can take some ownership over the team, and it's like there's some more momentum to winning the job than there would. You can manufacture that sort of, and if he doesn't, then they can fall back on, hey, we'll know because we're seeing it, but we won't be duped, but some people will be duped.
Yeah, for sure.
They may not be doing any of that. It's just a thought. It's very possible. I don't put it past them to be managing the way that Deshaun is viewed by the fan base.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably a pretty smart thing to do, considering his potential fallout.
I always thought this. I'm equating it to watching mixed martial arts. You'll hear guys get booked, and they'll immediately start trashing the other guy like he's no good. I'll crush him everywhere. Well, now you've painted yourself into a corner because if you don't, you got beat by a guy that you view as nothing. Whereas if you talk good about your opponent, like, oh, he's good here, I got to be able to do this, and then you beat him, it props yourself up. The guys never do it, So
smart. It's exactly it. It's exactly what it is, Casey. Phil says, sorry if I'm being repetitive, but it doesn't bode well for the QB situation if there isn't a clear starter yet. Monk has been coaching for like 40 years. He knows a starting QB when he sees one. I will go. Oh, thanks, Bradley Bruns. Appreciate you, man. You're a good man. For sure. I will say this about Monk and the QB. No, it doesn't bode well. I would agree. But I didn't think that like where my expectations were not that I would feel really great about the quarterback at this point.
yeah.
So I guess I'm kind of like even with it at this point because my belief is that Shador is going to pass him with every day they put more pads on and every day the bullets get more live. That's my opinion.
I'm not even mad if they know that Shador is a starter today and he's not been named, and because you need all these reps for all these other players too. So the fact they're two spotting it makes sense because you have a lot of young players that you're trying to get up on the learning curve really fast, and you need to separate it into two to do it. So that's fine by me, and it also gives him the fuel because you're not being handed anything. Go win it. Like I'm completely cool with it.
Yeah, it makes sense. Monken was asked, how will you know? He said, well, basically, it's not my decision. It's a player.
They'll do it. Yeah.
That you'll know when you see it because there'll be a respect in a communication developing between one guy and the rest of the team and not the other.
Mhm.
We'll see.
Yeah, he's playing
How
the game.
quickly does that happen?
I have to name it by September 13th type shit.
Yeah, they both said that. Him and Barry said week 1. Oh, really? No, you want like a 3-week runway at the least.
You get to that joint practice with Buffalo.
It's time to ring the bell.
We will know who's taking reps with the ones. We'll know, and based on how it goes.
I mean, I thought it's possible they could go. When is that? Is that the second preseason game?
Yes.
I thought they could go into that weekend like maybe one guy gets the start and plays a quarter in the first preseason game, and the other guy comes off the bench and plays a quarter, and then they switch roles. Like the other guy gets a start, the other guy comes off the bench, and then like after that, and the joint practice, you can make a decision after the second preseason week. But that only leaves you like, what's that leave you? That leaves you 3 weeks.
Yeah, and one more preseason game.
Yeah, one more preseason
and Monken said
game.
We're going to see these guys in the preseason.
Yeah.
He said especially the quarterbacks. So
I think that I think that is what in my personal opinion, that seems like a fair, like, let's see how one does as a starter. Let's see how the other does as a starter. Let's see how one responds to coming off the bench and the other.
Yeah. I am disappointed in the fact that they were not able to get a joint practice with the Bears, which I didn't realize was on the table until this week when they were talking. That fell through. You can't have enough of those, in my point. Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea that was even on the table.
It's 2 days with Buffalo or 1?
No, 1 day. One practice. And they said that, I don't know if you heard the explanation, but they think the league's going to it because most of the fights always happen on the second day.
The second day.
You get amped
the
up
Browns
from the
always
first day.
win the second day too, so that sucks for us.
Yeah, well, for me, the second day is valuable because you find out if your team can answer the bell.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, really doing that 2 days in a row, if you're really going hard, is pretty dangerous.
Things get chippy,
Guys are getting hurt all over the league already.
The Shamar Stewart injury is hard to watch, man. That is a hard thing to see. I don't do well in the injuries, having several myself, but like, oh my God. Nick Scorton, done for the year. Like, it's
gotta get grass everywhere, man. I'm not blaming the AstroTurf, but we got to get grass everywhere.
No, yeah, you have to minimize. You got to control the controllables, man.
Yeah,
like it's if you see it when World Cup comes, and all these fields got to be grass.
They're all grass, no problem.
Huh?
You're telling me the NFL doesn't have the money to do that?
Huh?
They were all NFL stadiums, almost all of them. SoFi's got grass. MetLife's got grass. MetLife, who has ruined
the worst
hundreds of players'
By the way,
careers.
We play there twice this year.
I know. The worst surface in all of the NFL and all football, period. People drop like flies on that shit.
Yep.
They got grass out there.
Yep.
Get grass on your damn field. Come on. And the Browns, and I don't even know how they're going to do it, because probably digging a hole into the ground 500 million feet because of the airport that's located next to your stadium doesn't make it ideal to have some sort of grass, technology underground.
I don't give a shit. Figure it out. Hydroponic.
Figure it out.
What you got to do. Do what you got to do.
Figure it out.
Yeah, and then Andrew Berry started off today's press conference. They're actually losing 2 of their key ground crew members this year, who have been there for years. And they're their most tenured employee and third most tenured employee.
To where?
No, they're done. They're done doing that job.
Done.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like
he highlighted him.
A promotion or something.
No, they're moving on.
Better grass somewhere.
Figure it out, man. The one thing, like, you look at these teams that have natural grass and domes, they're usually able to like wheel their grass outside to do the
tray.
I don't know if you can do that if you dig it down, right?
That's my point.
Yeah, I think that's figured out though.
They roll it out, they roll it underneath and lift it up. But if you're underground, some just have. Now I have read that the other technology is it's just below the surface, and it's just a very expensive light system.
Done. Do it. Yeah,
Do
hydroponic,
it,
man.
and then just
Bring the lights in.
lift that up. Grass
Aerate
is
it.
up. Let's go. It's a huge swing and a miss if they decide to not do grass.
Yeah.
Because they haven't decided, right? Because I read in the one thing, it was like it's unclear which direction they will go yet, or if they already said they're going to do the best of the best turf.
I have not heard anything about the turf of the new stadium.
I read
They have
somewhere.
Kentucky bluegrass in the current stadium.
Yeah, I read somewhere. I swear I read somewhere that it was undecided.
Yeah,
They're waiting. I mean, technology 2029 is going to be different than now, so.
Mm-hmm. Get ahead of it. Get the biggest and brightest minds in grass technology.
Well, I guess you've got to build for it, though. So, I don't know. Figure it out. Yeah. Better be grass. All right. It's an hour. TV, folks. Television. Anything good? New? Case? X-Men
97's killing it, man. Anyone who's out there was a fan of the X-Men series growing up, the animated series, it's great. It's the perfect slice of nostalgia. But I appreciate the way they're telling the story of Apocalypse.
Jeff Tucker says he'll be like Johnny Appleseed out there every day.
Johnny Appleseed's from Jackson, Ohio. I don't know if you guys know that. His real name's Johnny Chapman.
I did not know that. Johnny Appleseed Chapman.
Yeah, they have an apple festival every fall.
Doesn't quite ring the same.
Yeah.
Natural grass, got to make it happen.
Yeah. So non-negotiable.
That's what I would say. AB knows. Not that he'll have any say in that. I don't think his reach extends that far.
Yeah. Jimmy, get it sponsored by somebody.
Jimmy's got so much money. Figure it out. Bradley, so good tonight. Thank you. So good to us. Too good to us. Yeah, so I'm pumped to go to camp tomorrow. Anything you guys want me to watch?
I don't have anything for you, although I do have Paramount now, so I need to take advantage while I still can.
Of
just shows on Paramount. I've opened up a new world to myself. I know.
I mean, so the first one has to be Mayor of Kingstown.
Oh no, why am I blanking? I've been watching Tulsa King. I'm already in. I started watching Tulsa King last weekend.
It's good.
Yeah, no, I like watching Sylvester Stallone do something other than Rocky and Rambo.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
but you're wasting opportunities to watch a much more quality show.
It's still created by Taylor Sheridan. And hold on, we need to talk because now that I have Paramount, does he write every TV show? How does he have time to do anything?
I don't think he does Mayor of Kingstown. I don't think so.
He didn't come up with it. He's not the brain.
I don't believe so.
I bet he is.
I'll look.
Yeah, I guarantee you he is. What are we talking about? I'm not even
Come on,
guessing.
There's no way you can't make every.
Is it created by Taylor Sheridan? Google that. Somebody.
I am.
He's also got the Lioness. That look good.
What?
The Lioness with
it's
Zoe Saldana.
It's made by Taylor.
I'm saying, how does he have time? I don't know how many versions of Yellowstone there are. I've liked
created.
He did Sicario, Hell or High Water, Wind River. Like look, someone's already saying Lioness is good. I bet it is.
It's excellent. I
haven't seen Taylor Sheridan yet. He did Tulsa King. He did Mayor of King. I'm telling you, how does this man have time? And he runs a ranch, for God's sakes. Like, Not just like
Deebo Samuel is reuniting with the 49ers, signing a 1-year, $7 million deal.
we didn't even talk about Shanahan starting the
is
year on the pup.
crazy.
The head coach starting the year on the pup.
Crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff going on in this world. What was there's something else crazy going on in the NFL. Oh, Romo's DUI footage.
Someone had it like a skit, and it was like, "Sir, how much have you had to drink?" He's like, "I don't know, Jim."
Yeah. Here we go, Jim. Here we go. You see him stick his head out the window. He's like, "Are you guys talking to me?" No, dumbass. It was God. What are you talking about? Get your head in the car. You look drunk already.
Yeah.
Guy can afford a driver.
I've always said that though. Like every time someone just get yourself a driver. When Plaxico shot himself, I'm like, why don't you just have the club in your basement of your house? You don't even need to go anywhere. And
Yeah, I get that, but I mean,
you went to a club in sweatpants, brother,
on you,
and wearing sweatpants for God's sakes.
That's crazy. But it's in Europe. Trays are the way of the field 40 long ago. Yeah. Yep. I read about it we didn't even read about it on here when they announced it for the World Cup. Remember?
Yeah, I got beef with the NFL stadiums.
Yeah.
It should be part of the NFLPA. Like whenever they do go to 18 games, I would make that a negotiating tactic.
Has to be.
You want an extra bye and you want all grass fields.
Yeah. It's got to be Mayor of Kingstown next, though.
Okay.
Come on. I'm begging.
I'm tossing kinging it up. I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying the show. You. It's a good show.
I'm enjoying it.
But it's not like, it's funny. It's light at times.
I'm 5 episodes in.
It's highly entertaining. There's good drama at moments. But it's like Mayor King sounds like a task level intense.
Top shelf.
Top shelf intensity every week.
Yeah. Hold on. Sheridan created Landman too. What are we talking about? What is this? Yeah. Are we sure this dude's not AI? Are we positive?
Yeah, he did.
Is he making all of television right now? From on the back of a horse on a ranch somehow?
I thought it was a woman. Is it a man?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
He dips his pen in gold, just makes banger after banger.
Every Taylor Sheridan project ranked.
It's just everything that's on TV right now. Rushing it.
Vile. Those Who Wish Me Dead. Finest Kind.
I don't know them. I bet they're good.
I bet they are too. Without Remorse. The Last Cowboy. This is going down to 1. The Road. Sicario Day of Soldado.
Mm-hmm.
That's part Marshals. 2. That's the.
Yeah, that's on CBS. You've told me about it.
That's the that's the branch off of Yellowstone. Marshals.
What's it called?
Marshals.
Okay.
I
was thinking of Tracker. I'm sorry.
Casey. Yeah. If he makes that, is he just Mayor of Kingstown? 13.
13. So
it should be 1. It's crazy. Tulsa King.
Tulsa King at 12.
Yeah.
Edged out your boy.
That's absurd. I don't agree. The Madison is in front of these. Get the fuck out of here.
That's probably good. It's got great actors.
Lawman, Bass Reeves,
I talked about that on this show. I wanted to see that.
Wind River, 2017, also with Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, it's a good movie. John Bernthal shows up. Anytime he shows up, you know it's on.
There's way too many ads in this article. I can't even manage them. They're coming at me like fucking hotcakes. Yellowstone is 1. I saw that. Landman is 2. This is just like this is a popularity contest. There's no substance to this list.
Yeah.
Dutton Ranch is 3. There's no way that's correct. 1883 is 4. I'm sure there is. Sicario is 5.
Sicario's got to be up there. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
You've never seen Sicario? My turn to shame you.
Yeah, I will. I'll watch it. I didn't know. Brad Pitt, huh? Hell or High Water.
Oof.
David and Goliath.
That's heat.
Yeah.
Hell or High Water. Chris Pine.
1923 is 7. And then we missed 8. Lioness is 8.
It looks good.
It is good.
It looks
very
good.
good.
So
it's excellent.
Your boy's back on Paramount, so I'll start.
The
problem is after we actually get into the season, I can't do any of this. But right now, I can.
But now you can. Which is why you need to start Kingstown right now.
I don't know. You heard the list. It's clearly not as good as Tulsa King. It's right
that's
13th,
bullshit,
bro.
and I can't believe you started. Offended that you started Tulsa King before starting Mayor of Kingstown. I've only talked
my
about
guy, man. Yeah.
10,000 times.
I make no apologies
on this show.
Sylvester Stallone kind of raised me, so like I'm loyal.
Oh, we talked about it.
Yeah, I'm actually working on a little side quest.
Little side
quest with that right there. That information.
It was a great quote.
Patent pending.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Camp tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm pumped for you. I'm pumped. I expect at least a couple random texts throughout the day from you.
Yeah. And then
it could just be one word. I don't give a shit.
We'll be on this weekend talking about what we saw. Me and Jake. So get over to Brown's Film Breakdown.
Do that.
If you're not already.
Except no substitutes.
Hit like, subscribe, do all the things below.
There's a bell, something about a bell. Do all that.
Yeah. All those. We are live down below. Like and subscribe. With
Gold star to the chat tonight, by the way. You guys really brought it.
You did bring the chat is ready for camp camp ready, top flight stuff. Appreciate you all. That's why I threw you on the screen there. Because it was you guys were bringing heat. So anything else?
I got nothing, man. I'm pumped we're here.
For Casey Kinnamon, my name is Brad Ward. Thanks for watching. We are out.